So do you fancy doing something a little bit different with some wood chips? Wow, this mod has got you covered. So first up is Luxury Fence. This is by Dudek112, 3.48 megabyte on the download, and you can find it, as you can imagine, under fences. Now it's going to be 250 per section. There is no options, there is no gates or different styles to it, so it is going to be what it is. But that being said, you know, they've got the old brickwork and the old wrought iron inserts. Ah, very nice. Luxury Fence indeed. Next up is Precast British Style Bunker Silo. This is by Rod to Mod. 0.35 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it, as you can imagine, under silos. Now it's going to cost you 75 grand to place down, and obviously, let's face it, it's a big old concrete bunker silo. So you do get the thing pop up in the left hand corner once you're inside. So you chuck your silage in, not your silage, chuck your chaff in, and then compact it down, turn it into silage once you put the blanket on, and it's fermented. Fair enough. Right, next up is Farm Fuel Station. This is by DH Modding, 6.84 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them under containers. Now, we've got two different versions. So we've got a 20 grand version, which is going to hold 7,000 litres. We've also got a 40 grand version, which is going to hold 33,000 litres. Now, both of these have the colour option available. So if you click on the customise, you get the option there. So we'll go for green. Yeah, why not? It's going to change. Well, that being said, what's it actually changed to green on that one? Because that might have been green before. But you can see on the back one, I mean, it's changed the underside of the roof and the old bund for keeping it in place. Alright, fair enough. Now you come up to the spanner icon, you've got the option to buy the stuff in. Then obviously you got your taking out point just there. So obviously this one's going to fit into your farm nicely. It doesn't take up that much footprint. Right, next up is Drain. This is by Tefty Saturn, 0.81 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under sow points. Now, this is going to take pretty much all your liquids. So it's going to be taking your milk, your goat milk, your buffalo milk, your water, diesel, slurry digestate, liquid fertilizer, diesel exhaust fluid if you're on PC, silage additive, and a herbicide. So if you've got some stuff left over, and you think, do you know what, I don't want to be holding on to that stuff, just dump it down the drain. Not quite sure the local council would like that, mind you, but you can. Next up is Sugar Beet Shredder. This is by Paisal, 1.7 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them under Productions. Now, we've got two different versions here. They're both going to cost you 11 grand. So we've got that one there, and then we've got this one here, which is going to have a bigger capacity to it. Now, obviously, you've got your production chain menus on the side. So click on that one. So that's going to be your 50,000 litres. So that's going to be the amount of storage it's going to hold. Then we've got the smaller one just there. It's obviously going to hold 10,000. Now, you chuck your stuff into the top just there. So maybe the Bale high lift trailer that'll get up high enough, or a front loader. Now, this is going to be your taking out point. And you may be thinking, that's really low. So a belt system style contraption might go under there, or you could come to this hatch marking area here, open the gate, lift it up. There you are. Now you can get a trailer underneath and get your old chopped sugar beet out. And next up is Custom Stone Crusher. This is by BK Mods, 11.19 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under Productions. Now, obviously, you're going to be chucking your stones and your water in, so that goes into there. Your lime then comes out of that part. You have got a little bit of a storage area over here. You got your production chain menu just here for some reason. Not quite sure what's there, but okay. So stones and water in. So 2,000 stones, 2,000 water, and you're going to get 5,000 lime. So that's 4,000 going in. You're getting an extra 1,000. All right, no problem. You have got this door that opens up here. I mean, once you get inside, it's a rather snug. Would just say that. I mean, you can get up there and have a little look at the crusher. Don't fall in, because you're going to do yourself a bit of injury. But the outside, looking good on that texture. Very nice. Right, next up is Stone Agricultural Annex. This is by MA7 Studio, 21.27 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under sheds. Now, it's going to cost you 12.5 grand to buy. And that being said, that looks ace. I mean, definitely old school look to it. That looks really dilapidated. That is awesome. Well, it depends on your point of view, really. I mean, you've got this little area over here, sort of bit of a hayloft perch type of thing. But that looks awesome. I mean, if you're going down the whole, rebuilding the farm, taking over from Grandpa sort of role-playing, this'll fit in nicely. Right, next up is Old Sherwood Workshop Trigger. This is by Gamer HZS FSH, 8.49 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under Tools. And that's going to cost you £5,000. And you have got a little bit of a workshop area there. But what I like about this is you bring your vehicle up on the ramps, hit the spanner, fix it all up. Oh, that's ace. I mean, we've got a little light switch just here. But saying that, that's saying action light out. Oh, it's going to do it on the outside. Oh, it's the old, they're not flashlight, floodlights. That's the one. But I like that. Bring your vehicle up on the ramp, fix it all up. And next up is Woodchip Production. This is by Biggins, 17.3 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under Productions. Now, it's going to cost you £53,000, and it's going to be taking your wood chips a little bit further than you normally imagine. So you've got your loading in point just there. The icon is there, but you will need to open up the old hatch. So come over there, buy this little, a button box? Yeah, we'll call it that. Switch, that's better. Press B, open that up, load your stuff in. Now that's going to be your wood, you're going to be your wood chips going in there. You got your icon for your water going in there. You got your taking out point, because you could potentially use it as a silo. So chuck your wood chips in, take your wood chips out. Jobs are good 'em. Then we'll come around here and we've got these doors that open up like that. So once you're inside, we've got this little bit here. So you've got a sourwood icon, because you can bring wood as well, not just wood chips. So that's all right. Then you've got your production chain menu just over here. So we'll click on that. And this is going to be the recipes. Could you call it recipe? We'll go with that anyway. So you can make dark brown wood mulch, fire logs, MDF boards, natural wood mulch, OSB boards, red wood mulch, smoker pellets, and then wood to wood chips. So obviously, you can be chucking your tree straight in, and you can turn it into wood chips. Have that on, that's the one, distributing. It's going to put it back into itself to make the rest. Obviously, you've got different recipes on the go. Some needing nothing like that one, and then some are needing water as well, and some are going to be needing some diesel. Fire logs, there you are. That's going to need your diesel. So you are going to need to put diesel, water, and wood chips at the bare minimum in to get the pallets out. Now the pallets, you've got your pallet spawn point around here, and these are the things. So we have got that one there, which is going to be your fire logs. We then got this one here, which is your MDF boards. We then got this one, what's that on the top? Smoker pellets. We then got one underneath, which is your OSB boards. We then got your dark brown wood mulch. We then got your natural wood mulch, and then your red wood mulch there. Now, obviously, this is your pallet spawn point. And if you're thinking, do you know what? I don't want a load of pallets spawning. Well, you come over to this trigger, just there, press B, and it's going to move it out. And no more pallets are going to spawn. Anything that's already there is going to get pushed out the way. Now, obviously, these are new productions, so where can you sell them? Well, to be fair, pretty much anywhere on the map, because Biggins, the old modder there, has made it so you can sell them there. So you've got your dark wood mulch, well, dark brown wood mulch anyway, selling at pretty much every sell point on this map. You've got your fire logs, same sort of thing. You're going to be able to sell them pretty much anywhere you like. Oh, taking your wood chips to the next level. Why not? Next up is Kahlbacher from Hutan Pantai. This is by PSC, 6.57 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it, as you can imagine, under cows. Now, it's going to cost you 150 grand. You do have the customizable option of putting some solar panels on if you fancy it. If not, right, just go for it. Now, over here, these gates do open, as you can well see. You've got your animal dialogue box just there. So that is going to hold 70 cows. In there is going to be your loading in point for your feed and your straw. And it's not a drive-through option. That wall at the back is blocked off. So, yeah, don't go crashing into the wall. Then we'll come down here and we've got our taking out point for your milk just there. And we'll carry on around the back. And we've got our taking out point of manure. Although saying that, that's nothing spawned there. That's a little bit random. But alright, okay, fair enough. You got your taking out point for your slurry as well. And then round this side, it's got its own built-in bale storage facility. So you got your bale, chuck it in there, jobs are gunning, and then come over here and you get it out again. Oh, that is ace. Now, obviously, the Kahlbacher from Hutan Pantai, it's actually the old animal dealer. So you wouldn't be able to play on it on Hutan Pantai, but now you can. Well, we're sticking with cows for the next one. So we've got the US Cow Barn with Milk. This is by Smetty, 1.78 megabyte on the download. And again, under cows is where you're going to find it. 170 grand to place down, and you're going to hold for a standard 99 cows. Now, you do have the option to extend the fence and then put a pasture down like you normally would imagine. So you come over here, you got your milk taking out point just there. Animal dialogue box is just there. Your straw and your feed going in point is just here. Then we'll come down this end. We've got a little bit of a light switch on the go there. So back up into it. You've got your left stick in. Turn those lights on. And then your slurry taking out point just there. Fair enough. Now, if you do fancy it and you want to do a bit of customization, you can have solar panels on the roof. They don't come as standard, so you can put them on. No problem. Fair enough. Right, next up is Workshop. This is by DMI 20mm Normandy, 18.41 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under Tools. Now, it's going to cost you 144.5 grand to buy. You do have the customization option of changing the colour of the walls, as you can well see. We've got a pink version. Why not? You've got the option of opening the gate like that, and then once you're inside, you've got your workshop trigger just there. Bit of junk for decoration. That is all right indeed. And around here, plenty of space. You've got a little bit of a loft. Yeah, we'll call it a loft anyway. You could store some stuff on top there. And we'll close that gate because we have got some more. Obviously, you've got the concertina door, so don't get yourself locked in. Otherwise, you could be trapped. All right, fair enough. I mean, you have got a light switch just here as well. So we'll turn the lights on. Obviously, makes it nice and bright during the winter months. That's all right, that is. Right, next up is Cowshed 28x17. This is by Pycel, 10.91 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under cows. Now, we've got two different versions, so they're both going to hold 65 cows. One's got a pasture and one hasn't. Now, if you go for the one with the pasture, obviously you can extend it and get that cowage up if you fancy it. Now, you can on both of them change the colour of the roof. So you go into customization, change the colour, no problem. Now, you've got your animal dialogue box just there. So I put, come on, that's better. So I put the old cows in, jobs are good, and 66 on there. We can then open up this door. Can we open up this door? I've seen an open gate, there we are. So you could potentially bring a trailer down if you wanted to go through the whole scenario of, bringing it from the animal dealer. You've got your slurry taking out point just there. And we've got this door, opens up like that. Then you've got your drive-through option, so your feed and your straw go into there, no problem. Come out of this side, we'll spin it around, and we've got, well, where's the milk taking out point, actually? That's interesting. Oh, is it behind this door? Oh, there we are. It was in the sunlight. Couldn't really see it. Oh, it's being shady and hiding. And we've got this little door that opens up there as well. Oh, no, wrong side of the door. That's better. And you've got a little milk tank in there. Can we go straight out into the cows? Yeah. All right, how you doing? Fair enough. We'll leave them in there. That's an all right shed, that is. And next up is Medium Warehouse. This is by Veterinary Lucas. 18.09 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find it under sheds. Now, it's going to cost you 43 grand to place down. And obviously, it's a shed for you to store some stuff in. So we've got this door. Opens up like that. There we are. And once you're inside, plenty of storage on the go. So you've got different doors. You've got like passenger, person door, pedestrian. That's the word. Pedestrian door just there. And you've got some bigger ones here as well that you can open up those. So plenty of storage on the go. No problem. And we've got a light switch here. Have we? But just for decoration. Oh, yeah, it's just for decoration. Does that mean there's what about down here? Is this a light switch? Oh, there we are. Light switch is just there. Turn the lights on, obviously, when it's dark at night. That being said, though, I mean, that looks all right, especially inside. And the old Raptor support beams. Yeah, very nice. And next up is Machineshed with Canopy Roof. This is by Dirt Marshall Modding. 0.41 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find it under sheds. Now, it's going to cost you 70 grand to place down. There is no customization options. It comes as it is. But when you put it down, open up the door like that. Nice roller shutter doors. Oh, they're all right. They're all right indeed. And then you've got your interior space. It's sort of divided off into two because you have got this drive-through option just there. And then, rather than just, having to spin it around in that bit, Yeah, I suppose once you've got a trailer on the back of your tractor, you've not got that much space. And then obviously you've got your side piece. You know, I say side piece, that's rather large, I must admit. Fair enough. That's all right, that is. And next up is the Swedish machinery haul. This is by Limpin, 2.7 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under sheds. Now, it's going to cost you 25 grand to place down. There is no customization options, but you have got these big side doors on the go, and we're getting an option to turn the shed lights on from the outside. Okay, fair enough. I mean, once you're inside, plenty of storage space on the go. I mean, you have got this door on the end, so you've got a side door and then an end door, so it's not a drive-through option as such, but I suppose you could come in here, sort of like angle it around, go out that side, no problem. That being said, not bad at all. And next up is old PGR Shelters. This is by Raider, 23.73 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find him under sheds. Now, we've got quite a few in this pack. So first one, we've got the Shed for Machines, just there, 12 grand. We then got Shed for Machines 30 by 14, 22 grand. We then got Larger Shelter for old PGR. Right, fair enough. Now, you do have the option to customize and put the solar panels on the roof for that one. That's the only one in the pack that does have that option. We then got, for 12 grand again, medium shelter. We then got the small metal shelter. And then to finish it off, we've got the large bale shelter. Now, this one isn't technically a bale shelter, as in you can put some bales in it. You know, well, I suppose you could potentially put some bales in all of them, to be fair. But it's not a bale and pallet storage facility, so just bear that in mind. But all of these, you know, keeping the rain off your stuff, yeah, very nice. And next up is Three-Sided Farm. This is by Modding Association, 25.71 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under sheds. Now, it's going to cost you 475 grand, but it's not just a house. Yeah, it's a bit of everything. So we have got a silo, a pigsty, and a sleep trigger as well. Now, we'll come around this side. We'll open up this door. There you are. Bit of storage behind door number 1. We'll then open up this door. Come on, where's the trigger? There we are. Open up that door. No, I didn't want to open up that door. We can open up that door. Inside, you have got your silo. So you load in, you load out. We'll open up. Is it right on the end? Can we not open up this door? Interesting. Why can we not open up that door? Because that would be perfect for a straight through drive. That doesn't seem to have an option to open up that door, which is a little bit random. Okay, so you have got these. These got to open. There you are. So you'd have to come around the back side of the farm and then do it that way. It's strange why that one doesn't open, but okay. Now this one doesn't open, and I know why. Because you need to come into this door. There we are. And then you come into this corner where there's nothing actually there. But you do get the option to open a gate, which is going to make the wall disappear. Fair enough. Now you've got a big option of storing your stuff. You've got this door that opens up as well. And obviously the wall would be there if you didn't get rid of it. But okay, fair enough. And we'll come around here. I mean, you've got light switches knocking around, so you go and turn those on if you want. You've got your slurry taking out point for your pigsty. You've got your animal dialogue box just there. You can open up this door. Like that. Now inside is going to be your feed trigger. I've got little piggly wigglies in there just chilling out. Now it does say it requires straw, but I can't get this straw bale to go anywhere. Now I'm not sure if it just doesn't take straw bales, but the doorway itself is rather low. So you are going to have a really small trailer to get in there and back it around, but okay, fair enough. And you've got this door that opens up as well. That door and that door opens up, but you will need some sort of equipment to get you up a little bit higher. So just so happens I've got a telehandler placed nicely. So you just come like that. We'll jump up on there. And again, come on. There we are. Up we go. That's it. And you come up to it like that. Got the open gate option. You've got a little bit of a storage area. I mean, I'm not quite sure what you're going to store up here, mind you. We've had to use a telehandler to get up here. But okay, I mean, you have got this door that opens up as well. So you could potentially use it as a hay loft. But there's no ladder option, but alright, fair enough. And then we'll come around here, and at the front of the house, we have got our wardrobe trigger and sleep trigger just there. Yeah, I was just wondering where that straw bale goes in. I mean, it may be me. Maybe completely missing the mark, but alright, fair enough. Right, next up is Old Skool Pack. This is by ICAS, 27.84 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them under sheds. Now, we've got a few here in this pack. So we've got the 45 grand for the old barn. We've then got 45 grand for old barn with carport. We then got 75 grand for big old school garage. And then we've got the 15 grand for old school carport. And then on the end, we're going to have this one, the U-shaped open barn. Now, all these do have the color option. So you click on it like that. And then you just press customize. You go for whichever one you want. So I'm going to match up with red for the first one. There we are. And this one is an interesting building, I must admit. So I'll place that one down there. Now, obviously, there's storage areas. So you've got your doors that open. You've got your small door just like that. Once you get inside, it's huge. Absolutely huge. I mean, you've got the big door that opens up on the end. Fair enough. Now, there is lights. Let's have a little look for a light switch. There we are. It's hiding just there. So you turn the lights on. Press B. Wow. That's bright, I must admit. Now, obviously, all these do have the option to change the colour. This is the standard base version if you used to place it down like that. So you got your little, what's that, the barn with carports. You got your little side piece on the go. Now this one, this is huge. This is absolutely massive. I mean, you're not going to be stuck on space for storing in there, but the detail underneath, the old framework, that's awesome. We come over here and we've got the smaller one, smaller carport just there. I mean, I've got some racks. You could potentially store some stuff on there. That's all right. Then we've got this U-shaped building, which is interesting. I mean, obviously, as the name was jest, it's a building that's shaped in a U. You can drive all the way around, and we've got this rack in here as well that you could use for storage. But, all right, fair enough. Right, next up is Pallet Addon. This is by DD Mod Passion, 13.16 megabyte on the download. And this is interesting because it's a little bit of a change to how the game works. Wow. As such, anyway. Now, there is a little bit of wording on the website. It says this automatically modifies all pallets from the base game, and features listed below will apply to all new pallets on your farm. Interesting, because what this does, it actually takes the pallets in this little area down on your mods and DLCs, and it allows you to use them without a pallet fork. Yeah, so we've got your liquid fertilizer again, your herbicide, yeah, all the stuff, your poplar, your Rani wrap, sugar cane, potatoes, all the sort of things you'd need to use on your farm. And what it does, you can use it with this. So I've got no forks on the front, nothing like that, so it's just the standard skid steer. You just come up to it like that, you get the option to attach it, boom, it's on. Put some forks there for you. And then obviously once you get to your area that you need to put it in, just press detach, and then away you go. Oh, that's just made pallet moving so much easier. I mean, don't get me wrong, right? We've got the liftable pallet mod with that, that's great, but sometimes you want to do it with a vehicle. Oh dear, oh dear. Now we click it on like that. Fair enough. You can do it all sides, no messing. Now it does say, well, we have had the message before from Giant saying about certain mods may conflict with others. As we've seen earlier on in this video with the old wood pallet factory, I was actually able to lift the pallets by hand with that, and I've still got this attached as well, so they seem to work fine. No problem. Right, next up is the custom Bale support pack. This is by BB Mods, 13.45 megabyte on the download, and if you've ever used a baler that can make up to 9 times the size bales, yeah, this is going to be the pack for you, because obviously the standard loading equipment, the wrappers, don't really work with it. Well, this is the partner mod to go with it. So we have got the old bale loader shenanigans there, 24 bales on there, so that's going to do your round bales up to the 189 centimeters. That's your 9 times bale. And you have got your tire options, you've got your color options as well, and then you've got your square bale loader. Fair enough. Again, color options as before. So that's going to do your square bales. We then got the wrapper that goes on the front of your tractor. No problem. You then got your pull behind wrapper. And obviously you got all the different options you would normally expect with those. Now, obviously the 9 times bales. Yes, that's what it's designed to go with. I've got a liftable bale here. Yeah, so I want to see if it works with that, because obviously it's supposed to work with the 9x bale. That's great, it's designed to go with that, but this is a different model together, and a lot of the loaders don't like the liftable bales. So let's give this one a go. So we're going to unfold it, we're going to lower it down. Do I need to have it placed on its side? Oh yes, I do. Isn't that marvellous? Dear oh dear. Right, let's place this on its end. So we'll pick it up like that. There we are. Spin it around. That'll do. Is that gonna... That'll do nicely. So we'll go and put that there. Now, is this gonna work with the liftable bale? Oh, it does. Ace! A lot of these things don't work with the liftable bales, but this one does. Oh, that's awesome. And to be fair, pretty quick wrapping at the same time. Oh, we're done. Unload the bale, and away we go. Oh, that's ace. And next up is the Clark G tank. This is by Woodcraft Modding, 2.75 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under miscellaneous. This is a random one, I must admit. Now, it's got a 990 litre capacity. That's going to be for your diesel. Now, that's going to be, if you've ever, as we all have, I'd imagine, run out of diesel in the field, this is going to be something for you. Maybe on the field or even doing a bit of forestry, and you'll see what I mean when we get back to it in a minute. So it's going to cost you 6,130 to buy. You have the option of standard or the additional storage with electric pumps. That's going to put that on the side. You got your main colour, which is going to be obviously those bits. Now, what I mean by, you'll see what I mean, this is rather large. It's rather large indeed. Look at me in the third person. It's huge. Now you do have the option to enter it as a vehicle, which is interesting. You can open the cover. It's going to put that out the side. Obviously, open up the flap at the top. Now you can fill it up in this sort of shenanigans, but really what it's made to do is to go with some sort of grab. Yeah. So whether you've got the log grapple on an excavator, or even like a log loading fork on the front of your tractor, you just come in like that. No, I'm not used to this. Quick, that's better. In we go. Put your... That's it. Logs in like that. You got your forks in like that. Clamp it down. And then lift it up. And away we go. Now you can fill it up with it on the front like this. So you don't have to be in the vehicle. Alright, something a little different. Well, next up is the Fliegl Timber Runner Pack. This is by HR Force and Fliegl, 17.76 megabyte on the download. And there's, what we got here? 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 different trailers. Now, they've pretty much all got the same options, so we're only going to look at one. But you've got a 2-axle version. We then got a 3-axle version. We've also got a longer 3-axle version. Dear, oh dear. Different 3-axle version again. We then got a different 3-axle, although that's going to be like a dolly style one. So you'd have that, and then you'd have another one on the back of it. And we've got bigger ones, and then bigger ones, and then bigger ones at the end. Right. So we've got 4 axles. We go from 2 axle to 4 axle. This is huge. Wow. Okay, fair enough. Now, you got the option of mud flaps. So we've got design. So we've got design 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then back to 1. 5 different mud flaps, but okay. You then got wheel bands. You got your Continental, Nokian, Trelleborg, BKT, and then back to Continental again. You got a couple of different versions on the go in there. Now, this is where the options come in. So you have them all as standard, and they're not costing you any extra. The only different thing that I've got on so far is going to be your mud flaps. So you can have the front gate, yes or no, takes that off. And I'm going to show you something with that on in a minute. You then got rung 1, you can take that one off. Rung 2, take that one off. Rung 3, I think you can see where we're going with this. You can take all the different rungs off all the way to the back and just have none on at all. Or you mix and match. So we'll go with that one. We'll have number 4 on. Then we'll have number 1 on. You mix and match with whatever ones you want to go with. Right, fair enough. So you got your warning light. So you got your flashlight. All right, where's the flashlights? I can't see them. Are they on a rung that we've took off? There's a good chance that they are. Are they on the back? Oh no, on the back, just above the rear lights. Okay. So design 1 left, design 1 right, left and right. Okay. Oh, that's your beacons. All right. Fair enough. Design 2 left, 2 right, 2 left and right, 3 left and 3 right. I see where we're going with this. Yeah, different designs on the old beacons, and then back to nothing. Right, fair enough. You got your main colour is going to be your main colour. The front gate colour that we've took off, which is always a good thing. So we'll put that back on. Front gate. Yes, there we are. So front gate colour is going to be, we'll go over red. It's going to do the front gate. Your front gate design colour, go over yellow. It's going to do the railings. The stanchion base colour, we'll go over yellow again. It's going to do those bits. The stanchion design colour. Man, there's so many options on this. Your side guards, we'll go over black. It's going to do those bits. The mud flap decal colour, we'll spin it around the back. We're going to go over pink. Why not? It's going to do that. And then your rim colour is going to be your rims. Now, obviously, all those options are going to be the same on whichever one you go for. So you just pick one and see what you like. But if you have got the old headache rack on the front and you've got a chainsaw, yeah, you can go and put your chainsaw away on the front of that. Oh, fair enough. Right, next up is the Brochard Pack. This is by Niku55, 42.72 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find all 4 of these under trailers. Now, just like the previous mod, they've pretty much got all the same options. So we've got a 9.9 thousand, that's not even a word, 9,900 litre capacity to 17,800. That's a better way of putting it. We then got 15,700 to 27,200. We then got 19,400 to 33,400. And then the big one on the end that we're going to be having a look at today, the 22,400 to 37,400 capacity. So once you've got that out of the way, you've picked your trailer out of the 4. You have the option, there you are, so you got your grain bodyworks. This is going to be what switches between the different capacities on the trailer that you've got. So you got your left, you got your right, you got your vegetable left, your vegetable right, and then your silage bodywork. Your standard with auger wagon, which is interesting because that puts an auger wagon on the back. Your grain body with auger wagon, and then back to standard. That's a lot of different options, I must admit. Then you got your Wilbrand, Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Vredestein, Nokian, and then back to Trelleborg. You got decals, you got old or new. You then got side markers, single rear. All right, so we've got side markers, single rear. Just on the side there. Okay. Double again. And again. And why is there so many doubles? They're all called double. It's just a different design, but they've all got the same name. They've got double 2. And then back to nothing. There's about 5 or 6 different options, just all called double. But okay. Rear lights. So we've got single, double, and then back to single. Side markers on the body. Reflective, luminous, or nothing. Rear work lights, yes or no. You then got warning sign, yes or no. You then got mud guards, yes or no. You got beacon lights, type 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh dear, how many? 11, 12, 14, 15. Then type LED, and then no. There's 16 different beacon lights. That's ridiculous. Why do you need that many beacon lights on a trailer? Dear oh dear. Chassis colour. That's going to be your main colour. Dear oh dear. I mean, there's so many options on all these. You got all 4. They've all got the same options. So you go pick whichever one you want. And next up is the ITRunner Pack. This is by owner Emery, 17.27 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it on a few different places. So come down to your mods and DLCs. So first up, the main part of the pack, the ITRunner system itself. 55 grand to buy. The only option is to change the colour, which is going to be that. I can't really see much now. We'll put the purple on. That's better. It's going to change your main frame. Now, obviously, all the different backs that come in this pack are going to hook up to this. So the backs that we have got is a skip. So this has got a 18,000 litre capacity with a colour change option, 8.5 grand. We then got the HT50, which has got a 48,000 litre capacity for 28 grand. And you've obviously got the 2 different colour options just there. We've then got the the container. Oh, why not? 45,000 litre capacity for 10 grand with a colour change option. We've then got a wood container. So you could put that on the back, do a bit of login. All right, fair enough. With a color change option as well. And we come down to the bottom, we've got a bale container. It's not an auto load, so you will have to load it yourself. But again, you can change the color. That's going to cost you £7 grand. And then we've got a slurry container, also going to do your digestate. So 15,000 litre capacity. It's got a 140 horsepower requirement and a 12 meter working width. So it's a slurry spreader, not just a container. And it's going to work at 12 mile an hour working speed, 34 grand. And again, color change option. And then the last one we've got here is a manure spreader, 32,000 litre capacity, 170 horsepower requirement for my tractor, and 15 meter working width with a 12 mile an hour working speed. Again, double color change option for 38 grand. Now, once you've got whatever piece of equipment you're going for, you've got the old ITRunner trailer, we'll call it that, hooked up to the back of your vehicle. We'll do LB and A, retract arm. That's going to send it up. It's then going to send it back. And once it's all finished doing its whole animation, you then back it up into the middle where that's got that little crossbar bit there. A little bit further. Attach. There you are. So once it's attached, LB and A again. It's going to lift it up, put it on the back of the trailer, and away you go. Oh, fair enough. Now we're sticking with a hook lift mod because we've got another one here. We've got the Multifruit container and MultiLift pack. This is by Rowley Christie 1 VSR modding Sir. 12.22 megabyte on the download. And again, just come down your mods and DLCs. So much easier. 35 grand is its price tag. You do have the option of Michelin, Trelleborg, BKT, Nokian, back to Michelin again. And you've got some wides. They look alright actually. Then you've got your chassis colour, which is going to be... Why have I done that again? Why have I painted it the same colour as everything else? We'll go over red. It's going to do your mud guards. Then you've got your rim colour, which is obviously going to be your rims. Now, again, hook lift, you're going to need some stuff to go on the back of it. Well, we've got a few things. So we've got the container. So that's got a 48,000 litre capacity, 10 grand to buy. You do have the double colour options. Obviously, the blue is the main bit, and then the yellow is going to be the framework. You then got a tanker. This is going to do all your liquids. So 30,000 litre capacity. Again, double colour option on that one. You then got a standard, I'll call it a flatbed trailer. Again, double colour option, 3.5 grand to buy. And then to finish it off, we've got a log trailer. Again, double colour option, 4.5 grand. We've got two hook lift mods on the same day. Who would have thought it? And next up is the Nardi Trail Plow. This is by Pepe978, 4.56 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under plows. Now, this has got a massive 1 meter working width. It's only going to require 90 horsepower from your tractor and a 6 mile an hour working speed. So definitely for your small, potentially micro farming shenanigans. 7.5 grand price tag. The only option is to change the colour. Now, if you're thinking, yeah, 1 meter's a little bit too small, well, they've got a second version, which is 1.3 meter. I mean, it's not much bigger, but okay, fair enough. 140 horsepower requirement from your tractor. Again, the same colour option. Next up is the Lizard Neo Pack. This is by Not Ready. 101.92 megabyte on the download. And again, this has got all sorts in it. So just come down to your mods and DLCs. So first up, we've got a disc harrow. The Neo Disc V6000. 245 horsepower requirement for my tractor. 6 meter working width and a 7 mile an hour working speed for 22.5 grand. The options are going to be rollers, yes or no. And then that does give you a different option as well. So you can have the V roller, the MT roller, or the V roller. You then got your colour paint, so factory colours, Lizard Project 2025, or back to your factory. Then you've got your rim colour, which is obviously going to be your rims. Now, if you didn't fancy a disc harrow, well, they've got this one here for you, a roller. And to be fair, looks all right, that does, I like it. So 65 horsepower requirement from your tractor, 6.5 metre working width, 9 mile an hour working speed for 11,400. You do have the option of roller or mulcher. Then got your factory colour or your Lizard Project 2025, and then your rim colour at the end. We've also got this, a subsoiler. All right, fair enough. 4 metre working width, 220 horsepower requirement for my tractor, 7 mile an hour working speed. Again, factory colour options or your Project 25. And then your Ripper distribution, 5x4 or 4x5. We then got this, dear oh dear, a knife roller. Which is interesting. So that's, that means it's going to be a cultivator. All right, fair enough. You've got your factory colour options or your Lizard Project 25. Then you've got your 220 horsepower requirement from your tractor and a 4-metre working width with 7 mile an hour working speed. You then got your deep packing roller. All right, okay. Now, these are interesting because they've got all those bits at the front. Okay. 220 horsepower requirement from your tractor, 4-metre working width, 7 mile an hour working speed. Again, same colour options as before. We then got the Neocomb 8000. So this is going to be your cultivator. So 210 horsepower requirement from your tractor, 6-metre working width, 9 mile an hour working speed. You're going to have your cross kill rollers, your pipe rollers, or back to the original. Again, colour options before, and then your rim colour option. And then we've got the Reptil 3500, also a cultivator. This is going to have your colour options as previously stated. And then 140 horsepower requirement from your tractor, 4-metre working width, and a 9 mile an hour working speed for 10.5 grand. Now, what's interesting about this pack is you've got the knife roller and the deep packing roller. You see that you've got these two prongs, arms, legs, whatever you want to call it, at the front. They actually go on the back of the old subsoiler into these two parts there. So once you get them out of the shop, which I think is ace little bit of design. So you've got your little, your hydraulic cables and whatever. You just get your old subsoiler on the back, just come up to it like that. Once you get the option, attach it. Jobs are good. 2 jobs in 1. Oh, that's ace. Right, next up is the Jenz BA 725D. This is by Tom94 Ger, 10.46 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it on the forestry equipment. Now, this is an insane piece of equipment, I must admit. 10,200 litre capacity, 102 grand to buy. There is no options, but there is a lot to it. Now, obviously you can control some of it from the vehicle, but you can also get in as a vehicle itself, which is, alright, okay, fair enough. Now you do have, round this side, this little door that opens. You come up to it like that. Come on, where's the trigger for it? It's a little bit picky, I must admit. Interesting. So, there we are. LB and B, unfold the side panel. There we are. So we do get the option to fold the side panel, LB and Y. So we'll unfold it. We also get an option to unfold prepare wood chipper. Now, I've pressed this, and it doesn't seem to, unless I'm missing something, it's it doesn't seem to be doing much. Oh, I see what it's doing. It's taking that bumper off. Alright, so the bumper's there, lights and number plate or whatever as you're driving down the road. Fair enough. So you come up to it like that, unfold, prepare it. Jobs are good. So now you get inside. Right, so we're laughing. There's a couple of different options on the go here. So if you do LB and pipe out, which is LB and down, so it's going to put the pipe out like that. No problem. Now, there's some instructions on a website. So 0 mode is transportation, so that's what we're on. Then you've got your first mode. You can chop bulk materials. It's currently in its first mode, so you can put your sugar beet, your straw and your grass, and it's going to chop it all up for you, and then obviously carry on with whatever you want to do. Then put it into the second mode, and we can go for chopping logs. Into the third mode, it's going to be for breaking up the bales. Yeah. Now, there is a note underneath. The pipe mode is not set to the correct application. It will not unload despite being turned on. Right, okay, fair enough. So I'll show you what I mean by that. So we're going to put it in to the number 1 mode. So this is going to be for doing your bulk material, so your sugar beets and whatever. So we're going to chop this. There we are. So we're going to put our handily placed log, chuck that in there like that, get back in. We're then going to turn it on, LB and X. It's going to chop it all up, and then nothing's coming out. Right, fair enough. So maybe you're thinking, oh, that's because we haven't got a trailer there. Well, let's go and get this trailer underneath, and we'll put it in like that. There we are. No, nothing's coming out because we haven't got it set right. We've got it on the old sugar beet chopping up. We need it on the old wood chopping up. So if we press L and down, LB and down on the D-pad, it should then start putting out your old wood chips. That's what we got there right now. Now again, this is going to work exactly the same for the bale. So we'll come over to the bale like that. We're going to have to handily play... Oh, I've lost it. Where's the bale gone? There we are. We're going to have to put this specifically, otherwise it won't go in properly. There we are. So if we do that there, we jump up, and then probably not the best idea getting on a conveyor belt going into a log chipper, but okay. We want to put it so it rolls in nice. I mean, you can do it. Oh, come on. Is that going to go in? Is that it? So close. And again. Come on. I did try this out earlier on. Honestly, I did. There we are. So that's now going in. So that's going to get itself chopped up. So we jump back into the vehicle. And you see that it's bumping around. And it's got 7,500 litre capacity. And obviously it's in the wrong setting. Yeah, so we need to do L being down again. So it goes into the old bale chopping shenanigans. It's now going to unload. There we are. We're chopping the silage bale up. You now got loose silage. Oh dear. Now there is an option as well for the actual front bit to make it a little bit easier. LB and Y, it moves the front bit up and down like that. But that's interesting. I mean, there's lots on the go there, I must admit. But you can do logs, you can do bales, and you can do sugar beet as well. That is awesome. Next up is the Terra 3020 pack. This is by FS Play, 6.33 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under harvester headers. Now, it's got a 7.5 meter working width, 6 mile an hour working speed, and a 42.5 gram price tag. The only option to it is have it as Case IH or your New Holland. Not quite sure what's called a pack, mind you, with one harvester header in it, but alright, fair enough. And next up is the Prinoth Raptor pack. This is by HR Force and Fliegl Bale, 32.91 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under miscellaneous, and this just looks awesome straight away. 275 horsepower engine, 4 mile an hour top speed, and you can tow 8 ton. Alright, fair enough. 275 grand to buy. You can then change the engine output up to 435. You can have your windows standard or tinted. You can change the main colour. We'll go for something a little different rather than matching up with what's already on there. So that's going to be your main colour. Your chassis colour is going to be those bits. And then your seat colour, which we're probably not going to be able to see because of the tint, so we'll take that off. The seat colour is going to do, obviously, the seats. Now, you're going to need something to go on the front of it. And we've got these two here. So first up, the M650 requires 200 horsepower from your vehicle, 2.3 metre, put my teeth in, mile an hour, meters working width, 3 mile an hour working speed for 41 grand. Again, you got your main colour option, and then your design colour is going to do those bits. Now, this is going to do your mulching and a bit of bush removal. And if you don't fancy that and fancy the gadget, again, the same options as before. Same requirements, 200 horsepower, 2.3 metre working width. But it's a little bit different. So we've got the first one here, the actual mulcher stroke bush remover itself. So we'll turn it on, LB&X, lower it down, fair enough. So it's going to be doing its usual thing, you know, mulching, it's getting rid of the grass, it's putting down a field of some sort of description. If you don't fancy that, you just want to get rid of the bushes, so to speak, we can do LB and A, turn off tillage. So it's now just going to do, well, what you'd imagine, it's going to mulch up the grass, but it's not going to create a field. Is it going to get rid of these bushes? Yes, it is. Look at that. Oh, 2 jobs in one. That is ace. Now, obviously, that's that one. So we'll turn that off. We'll dump that there. The other one, the old gadget. And this is interesting. Interesting indeed. So we're going to hook that up to the front. There we are. Right, so we're going to move her over like that. Then going to LB and X, turn it on. LB and B, lower it down. And away we go. And you'll notice it's not doing much. Yeah, okay. What we need to do is do create drive lane and do LB and A. Now it's creating tracks. Dear, oh dear. So you know when a vehicle would go over the ground over time, it's going to leave a bit of grass in the middle, but then just the tracks stay there as the ground's compacted. That's what it's doing. Oh, that's awesome. Right, next up is the Kahlbacher Winter Equipment Pack. This is by ITS, 41.38 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find them under winter equipment. And there is a lot to this as well. Now, some of this does link up to the Sintrack vehicle. So just bear that in mind. So what we have got is a snowblower, let's face it. So we've got the option there of a short pipe or an extended pipe. Right, and then we've got your running gears. We've got wheels. Well, you got runner, and then you got the wheels. Then you got your main color option, which is obviously going to be your main color. Although that didn't change a lot at all. Let's go for a blue. I was going to do that bit where it attaches. Right, fair enough. Secondary color, we'll go for pink. There we are. It's going to do that bit. Now, obviously, that's what mounts into the old Sintrack vehicle. 200 horsepower requirement, 3 meter working width, 12 mile an hour working speed. Now, you may not have that Sintrack vehicle, so you may not want to go for that. I mean, we have got a arcade and a pro version, and that just means that it's got a bit more adjustability on it. Okay, fair enough. So those two are for the Sintrack itself. Now, if you haven't got that, we've got the standard and pro version that's going to hook up to a 3-point just there. Oh dear, oh dear. So that's 4 different options for one piece of equipment. But okay, same options as before. 200 horsepower, 3 meter working width. You've got your short pipe or your long pipe, and then your wheels or runners on the back. Now, we've got the same sort of thing again with a snowplow. So you've got a Sintrack version. So you've got your coulter default, coulter lighting, coulter pulled up, and then coulter default again. You've got your plain. Well, you got plain and then default. All right, it's got a little hood on it. All right, fair enough. Then you got your scraper. So you got, where's it done that? Where is it done anything to the scraper? It's not. Oh, it's put that bit on there. It's like a little sweeper underneath. Oh, that's all right. And then you got your color options for the Sintrack version just there. Now again, we've got that one, and we've got the standard version, which is obviously going to mount to your 3 points once it stops having a little bit of a dance in the shop. All right, fair enough. You then got I'm going to say breakaway plow. We're going for this one because this is what most people are going to be using if you haven't got the Sintrack. Obviously, it's going to split in the middle. You can put the snow either side rather than going to one side. Again, you got your runners left at the back or wheels. 3 meter working width on that one. And then we've also got a wheel loader version. Same sort of thing, so split plow, very nice indeed. And to finish it off, we've got some spreaders, some salt spreaders. Right, okay, so we've got the Agris, yeah, we'll go with that. 700 litre capacity, and that's going to have a 6 meter working width, 31 mile an hour top speed. And you got your comfort and your default on the old Isobus. It's got a little bit of a control box on there for whatever reason, and your main colour is going to change the cover. We then got the Agris 100, so it's got 1,000 litre capacity, obviously same sort of thing as before. And to finish it off, the Agris 150, which is 1,500 litre capacity, 6 meter working width, as we've previously seen. That's a lot of equipment for basically 3 different things. So we've got a snowblower, we've got 2 types of ploughs, and then we've got a salt spreader. Okay, fair enough. Now, last mod for the day is the map Oberschwaben, which is returning, because I remember this on 22. This is by Yogi, 350.48 megabyte on the download. And I will say this at the start, it's got some required mods. So we've got that to download if you want to play on this map. But okay, fair enough. Now, if you're on New Farmer, you're going to be using 1,356 slots. And if you are on New Farmer, you're going to own a bit of land. Now, we've got the start farm just here. We've got field 11, field 30, 34, 28, which is miles away from your farm. And that looks about it. Okay, fair enough. So what have we got on the start farm? Well, first up, you start off right by your house. You've got your sleep trigger just there. You then got an animal dialogue box for some chickens just here. Now, these are already in. We've already got 6 chickens in. I haven't put them in. Already there. No problems. You've got your food going into there. You've got your egg pallet spawn point just there. Then we'll come around here and we've got this here. Okay, fair enough. So we've got a production chain for doing some mineral feed. So obviously you're going to have to put the stuff in there. And we've got bit of equipment just there. So we'll come around here, bit of storage on there. We'll open up that door. And then once you go inside, obviously got a bit of a... Is that a bunker silo? No, it's just a storage facility. Okay, fair enough. So we'll come back around here, past our house again. So that's your production chain menu just there. We'll open up that door. And there's going to be your taking out point for your mineral feed. That's going to be your loading in point. Then here, it's going to be another production chain. So you've got a loading in point there. So this is going to be a dairy for you. Your pallet spawn point is inside. Open up that gate. That's ace. Oh, I like that. A little sliding door for you to open it up. That's brilliant. We'll open up this door as well. I've got to do that again. That's awesome. Put that down. Oh, I love that. That's brilliant. Why not? You got your production chain menu for your dairy. So that's going to be doing all your usual shenanigans on the go. We'll come around here and we've got an animal pen. This is going to be for your cows. So your water goes in, your feed goes into there, and then your animal dialogue box is just there. No cows in that one, so that's all right. Bit of storage, well, a bit of area for some storage around here. We got another facility just here. So this is going to be... Well, that's turning the power on for something. Interesting. What's this? That box of... I've turned the power on, didn't I? Did I turn the power? B. There we are. Oh. Oh, indeed. What we got here. So we've got a loading in point just there. We'll go behind this door here. Is there anything around here? What's that power on for? Let's go up to the map. So I've turned that on. Power on for nothing. There's nothing there on the map. Okay, let's close that one up. So have a little look behind this door. That's going to be that shed, isn't it? Constantine doors left, right and centre. Now we're going to get stuck in here. No. Oh, hold on a minute. Are they bales? Yes, they are. So you got some silage bales just there. You got some... Are they grass or hay? Let's have a little look. So you got some hay bales just there. You've got the startings of making some TMR. Oh, that is all right. That is all right indeed. Now what's behind here? Some more of your equipment. So we come around here. We've got a taking out point. So that looks like a manure heap. Plenty of space on the go out there. All right, fair enough indeed. And we'll come around here. And we got another building just here for you. So this is going to be a cow barn. So you got your taking out point of your milk. Looks like we can go inside there. It's not letting me open the door. Alright, fair enough. Carry on. So you got your loading in point for your food just there. And I imagine your straw going in there at the same point. And where's the animal dialogue box? Is it behind this door? No, it's not. We have got a bale and pallet storage here though. Loading in, loading out just there. Come upstairs. What we've got up here? A little bit of a viewing platform. That's like a silo. Oh, I like this cow barn. This is alright indeed. Where's the animal dialogue box? That's interesting. Alright, we'll come out of the side. We'll go down this side like that. So we've got our loading in point for a hay. No, power on B. There we are. Oh, that's a hay loft. Loading in there, taking out there. We've got another production chain menu just there. So that's going to be for your hay loft as well. So you got your hay drying. You're going to need to put some wood chips in there or some straw. Alright, fair enough. So we'll come around here. Where's the animal dialogue box for the cows? So we've got a slurry point just there. Taking out point there. Obviously coming off the back of your cows. You got this barn here as well. Bit more storage in there. That's interesting. Where's Did I walk past the animal dialogue box? I got a feeling it's down. Oh yeah, it's behind this shed, as you can well imagine. Because why wouldn't it be behind a shed? So we've got your animal dialogue box there. So we've got 12 cows in already. Now I haven't put them in. We've got this bit here that we can install the blower. Zero in. So you're going to load in. It's got a pneumatic conveyor for the grain silo. Load in, take it out just there. Got a grain silo built into your cow barn. Why not? There they are. That's awesome. I like that. And that's your start farm. Obviously, we've got a bit of equipment, but I just want to know what this one down here is. Because we've got a power on point for something. It's got a loading in point there, but it's not saying anything. I mean, I've even got the... Oh no, I'm stuck now. We've even got the menu on to tell us what's in the bottom right hand corner. And it's that's a strange one. It really is. Alright, what equipment have we got on the start farm then? Well, we've got the Amazon ZGTS 10001, the Albert Bale Spike, the Albert Pallet Fork, the Albert Universal Bucket, the Brantner TA 12050 Power Spread Plus, the Fendt 311 Vario, the Fendt 720 Vario, the Fliegl PFW 18000 Max Line Plus, the Horsch Credo 3, the Horsch Versa, the Hardy Mega 1200L, the John Deere 980, the John Deere C441R, the Chrome Vendro 820 Highland, the RA142, the Kubota R640, the Lizard MKS8, the Massey Ferguson 8570, the Massey Ferguson 8570 Header, the Massey Ferguson MF 8570 Trailer, the Pottinger Boss Alpine 251, the Rudolph TDK 301 RP, the Samaz XT390, the Samaz Z2840H, the Skoda Kodiak, and the Tenwinkle FGB 600. Now, to be fair, that's a decent set of equipment to get going, I must admit. There's loads in there, so if you didn't fancy using all of it, you could potentially sell some off and then get cracking. Now, the map itself, whilst it's been out in the game before, maybe not 25, definitely 22, there is, I'll say, small to medium-ish fields. Yeah, it's not flat, so there is a bit of undulation on the go, but nothing too strenuous on your tractors. So you sort of, I think this should appeal to everyone. There's a bit of forestry on the go, and you can do a bit of moulding of the fields together once you chop some trees down. So why not? So we've got a few updates as well. We've got Calmlands by Oberschwaben. Now there is a note on about a new save. So it says, although sell points do not appear on the map or PDA, they work perfectly in version 1.0. If you update to version 1.0.3, you will need to start a new game for the points to be visible. So entirely up to you. We've also got the Super Duty Pickup by Roughneck Modding Crew, the Animal Transports by Lame. We've got the Pack of Greenhouses by Bart, the Firewood Production by Aggregate, Farming Supplies by Anthes, Pallet Storage by VX Mapping, Bunker Silo Set Modular by Castor Diaz Agrar Service, the Polish Wooden Shed by Cookson, the Manure Excavator by MA7 Studio, the Corn Crib by MA7 Studio.